Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the classification of joints. So before going to the classification of joints, first we should know what is meant by joint. Joint is the meeting point of two bonds. Okay, and what is the importance of this joint? See, it permits movements. Okay, joints allow movement. Okay, now this joint structurally it is classified into three major varieties. Okay, structurally, it is classified into three major varieties. Joints are classified into three major varieties. That are the fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint, and a synovial joint. Now we know what is meant by a joint. Joint means it is a articulation of, or it is a meeting point of two bones. Okay, then based on the structure, it is classified into three major varieties: fibrous, cartilaginous, and synovial joint. Fibrous joint means here two bones are connected by a fibrous tissue or dense connective tissue. Fibrous tissues are connective tissues. So it is connected by connective tissue or the fibrous tissue. Then the second one, two bones are connected by cartilage. If two bones are connected by cartilage, such type joints are known as one cartilaginous joint. Third type joint is having there we will be having a space known as the joint cavity. The joint cavity is filled with a fluid known as the synovial fluid. So these are the three major varieties: fibrous joint, two bones are connected by fibrous tissue; cartilaginous joint, two bones are connected by a piece of cartilage. Then the last one, synovial joint. Here, roughly we can say that the two bones are connected by synovial fluid and synovial sac. Now, first one, fibrous joint. Fibrous joint is again classified into three major varieties. Okay, what are they? Sutural joints, which is seen only in the skull. Okay, then syndesmosis and gymphosis. So first we'll see what is meant by sutural joint. Okay, see, sutural joints are the joints seen in the skull. See, this is the skull. So here, these skull bones are connected by sutural joints. Now, sutural joints again on the based on the shape of the articular surface, it is classified into five major varieties. What are they? Plain, squamous, syndactyous, denticulate, and serrated. See here in this image. See these are the articulating surfaces. See here. Okay. See here. These articular surfaces are flat. See here. In this image. This is what one bone. This is the opposite side bone. Here, these two articular surfaces are flat. Such joints are known as what? Plain sutural joints. Then squamous means see two articular surfaces are oblique. Okay, see this is a three-dimensional view. See this one is an oblique articular surface. See here, this one is an oblique articular surface. So that is what the squamous suture. And third one, syndactysis. Syndactysis means here ridge of one bone is connected to the groove of another bone. See here we can see one elevation or a ridge. This ridge is connected to the groove of an opposite side bone. See, here we are having a groove. This type joints are known as what? Syndactysis. Then denticulate means here the articular surfaces are tooth-like or square. See, almost like this. One articular surface, square or tooth-like, another articular surface. Then here in the opposite side, see. So here, tooth-like or square-shaped articular surfaces. So because of that reason, it is known as what? Denticulate suture. Now the last one, serrated. Here the articular surfaces are irregular, say like this, or serrated. Okay, so these are the different types of sutural joints. Okay, fibrous joint is classified into three major varieties: sutures, syndesmosis, gymphosis. Sutures are seen only in the skull, and that sutural joints again classified into five more major varieties: plain, squamous, syndactyous, denticulate, and serrated based on the shape of the articular surface. Now, second variety, syndesmosis. Syndesmosis, which is found between the long bones of the body. Okay, such as a radius and ulna. One example is between the radius and ulna. Here, these two bones are connected by interosseous membrane. See here, here it is a tibia and a fibula. These two bones are connected by a membrane. That one is known as what? Interosseous membrane. Here also we can see a membrane. Okay. So anyway, see here in this gap there we can see a membrane. That one is an interosseous membrane. Such joints are known as what? Syndesmosis. Syndesmosis, that here is seen between the long bones, and it's here two bones are connected by interosseous membrane. Now gymphosis, another type joint is seen between the teeth and or tooth, teeth and gum. Okay, so here this teeth which is connected to this gum by a ligament known as the periodontal ligament. Okay, so such type joints are known as what? Gymphosis. So these are the three major varieties of fibrous joint: sutural joint, syndesmosis, gymphosis. So fibrous joint is clear now. Now we are moving to the cartilaginous joint. Here I told you cartilaginous joint means bones are connected by cartilage. These cartilaginous joints can be classified into two major varieties: primary cartilaginous joints and a secondary cartilaginous joint. What is meant by primary cartilaginous joint? Here two bones are connected by hyaline cartilage. See here in this image, this is what one bone. This one is another bone. See, these two bones are connected by a piece of cartilage, hyaline cartilage. Okay, here also manubrium, then rib. Now here we can see a piece of cartilage, hyaline cartilage. So this type joints are known as what? Primary cartilaginous joint. Means two bones are connected by a piece of hyaline cartilage. Such joints are known as primary cartilaginous joint. This cartilage may ossify with age. This cartilage will ossify later. Then some examples. First, manubriocostal joint, then seno-occipital joint, then costochondral joint. Now the secondary cartilaginous joint. Here, the articular surface are covered with the hyaline cartilage. Now, these hyaline cartilages are connected with the fibrocartilage. Such joints are known as what? Secondary cartilaginous joint. See here, this articular surface is covered with a piece of. Yes, we will discuss it here. See, this articular surface is covered with a piece of hyaline cartilage. See, this line represents a hyaline cartilage. This also represents a hyaline cartilage. Now, these two pieces are connected by another cartilage, that one is a fibrous cartilage. Okay, so this type joints are known as one secondary cartilaginous joint. Here also, these two lines represents a hyaline cartilage, and this central line represents a fibrous cartilage. So between two hyaline cartilage, there we can see the fibrous cartilage. Okay, so that is what this secondary cartilaginous joint. Okay, symphysis joint, interorbital joints are the examples for this secondary cartilaginous joint. So fibrous cartilage and cartilaginous, fibrous joint and cartilaginous joints are clear now. Now the last and then the most important one, synovial joint. Okay, what is meant by synovial joint? Synovial joint have a space between articular bones known as the synovial or joint cavity. That joint cavity is filled with a fluid known as the synovial fluid. Synovial joint is having a space between two articular surfaces that are joined. That space is known as, see here. This is one articular surface. This is another articular surface. So there is a space. This one is a joint cavity. That joint cavity is filled with a fluid. That is a synovial fluid. Now, what are the properties of this synovial joint? It should have a hyaline cartilage or the articular cartilage. Okay, see here that this one. This represents the hyaline cartilage. This articular surface are covered with a piece of hyaline cartilage. It is known as the articular cartilage. So it should have articular cartilage instead of hyaline cartilage. You write articular cartilage. So it should have articular cartilage. That articular cartilage cover the articular surfaces. Okay. Now joint cavity should have a joint cavity between these two articular surfaces. Then synovial membrane. There will be a space between these articular surfaces, and that surface is filled with the synovial fluid. That synovial fluid is covered with the a membrane, that one is a synovial membrane. So synovial fluid and synovial membrane. In addition to that, it is having a fibrous covering, that is what the capsule, the outermost covering. This one is a fibrous capsule. Then this type of joints permits movements, and in addition to that, we are having some ligaments. In addition to the capsule, this joint is supported by some ligaments. So these are the properties of synovial joint. What are they? It should have articular cartilage, should have joint cavity. That joint cavity is filled with the fluid, synovial fluid. It is covered with a membrane known as a synovial membrane. And this joint is covered with another covering which is known as a capsule. Now this joint is supported by ligaments. So these are some of the properties of this hyaline cartilage. This synovial joint. Now this synovial joint, it is classified into 7 major varieties. What are they? Ball and socket, condylar, saddle joint, then hinge joint, pivot, plane, and ellipsoid variety. Okay, this classification is based on the shape of the articular surface, same like that of the sutural joint. Sutural joint is also classified into 5 major varieties based on the shape of the articular surface. So here also the same classification based on the shape of the articular surface. It is classified into 7 major varieties. First one is ball and socket. Ball and socket means here one articular surface is rounded, the other articular surface is cup shaped. Yes, see here. This articular surface is rounded and see the opposite articular surface is cup shaped. This is the shoulder joint. Okay, so this type joints are known as what? Ball and socket, variety of synovial joint. Example, shoulder joint and hip joint, and it permits almost all the movements. Okay, so these are some of the properties of ball and socket variety. Now condylar, here two condyles articulate to form a joint. For example, knee joint. See condyles of the, what is meant by condyle? It is nothing but the expanded portion of a bone. Okay, condyle means the definition for condyle is what? A expanded portion of a bone. That is what the condyle. So this one is a condyle of femur. This one is a condyle of tibia. Okay, so this joint, knee joint, is the best example for this condylar joint. Okay. Now saddle joint. Here articular surfaces are reciprocally concave or convex. Okay. What are the examples? Sternoclavicular joint, then joint between the femur and patella. These are some of the examples. It is reciprocally concave or convex. See, one articular surface will be concave from anterior to posterior and convex from side to side, opposite side. Then the other articular surface is also like that. Okay, so that is by reciprocally concave or convex. See this joint. Okay, see here it is convex from above downward. See, anyway, such type joints are known as what? Saddle joint. Okay, then hinge joint, like our metallic hinge, it permits only uniaxial movement. Okay, here the articular surfaces are pulley shaped. See this one. This pulley shaped articular surface. This is the best example for hinge joint, and it permits only one direction movement. Okay, humeral ulnar joint, or simply you can write elbow joint, interphalangeal joint. Then pivot joint. Okay, here one articular surface act as a pivot, and the other articular surface it will be a osteoligamentous ring, or one articular surface it acts as a axis. The other articular surface it will be a ring-shaped structure which rotates around that first articular surface. See this one. This is the pivot here, and this is what the osteoligamentous ring. See, this ring will be completed by a ligament here, known as the annular ligament. Okay, so that's why it's known as osteoligamentous ring. So half of it is formed by bone, and half of it is formed by ligament. Okay, so anyway, that is what the ring, and this is the axis. So this ring will rotate around this axis. So such type joints are known as what? Pivot joint. Example, radio ulnar joint. See, this is a radio ulnar radius and ulnar, so radio ulnar joint. Then plane joint. No doubt, two articular surfaces are flat and permit gliding movement. Interphalangeal joint, acromioclavicular joint. Now another one, ellipsoid joint. Ellipsoid is a modified variety of saddle joint. It's a modified variety of saddle joint. Here the peculiarity is one articular surface will be convex and the other articular surface will be concave. That's all. Okay. So this type joints are known as ellipsoid joint. Wrist joint is an example for this ellipsoid. See here this articular surface is concave and the articular surface of the carpal bone that will be convex. So almost like this. That is what the ellipsoid joint. So these are the major 7 varieties of this synovial joint. Okay, what are they? Say ball and socket, condylar, saddle, hinge, pivot, plane, and ellipsoid. Ellipsoid it is considered as a modified saddle joint. Okay, so that's all about the classification of joints. So 3 major varieties. What are the 3 major varieties? Fibrous joint, then a cartilaginous joint, then synovial joint. Synovial joint may be essay question or classification of joints. That one is a important essay question. Okay, so study it.